Welcome to the Success Mindset Podcast, where we empower you to unlock your full potential and achieve greatness. Join us as we explore the transformative power of your mindset and uncover the strategies that will help you conquer your goals and create the life that you've always dreamed of. So buckle up, get inspired, and let's dive into today's episode. Welcome to the Success Mindset Podcast. In today's episode, we're going to dive into how you can enhance your leadership presence through thoughtful and intentional actions. This is about going beyond the surface level and truly leading with purpose and empathy and vision. And so we're going to explore how thoughtful leadership isn't just a buzzword, but a practical approach that can radically improve trust, communication, and the overall effectiveness of your team. Leadership present means showing up, not just physically, but mentally and emotionally, leading in a way that builds others up and fosters collaboration and creates a positive and resilient culture. And whether you're leading a small team or a large organization, thoughtful leadership is the key to long-term success. You'll walk away with concrete steps that you're going to begin to apply right away. So let's unpack what it means to lead with thoughtfulness and why your presence as a leader matters more than ever in today's fast-paced business environment. Your team will feel the difference, and so will you. Thoughtful leadership is the foundation for creating a culture of trust and positivity. It's more than just being available for your team. It's about being intentional in every interaction. And when you show up thoughtfully, you demonstrate that you care about your team's success, which in turn encourages them to trust you more and push themselves further. So trust and positivity are directly linked to productivity. And studies show that teams that trust their leaders are more likely to take calculated risks and share innovative ideas and support each other in achieving goals. So this positive atmosphere starts at the top, and when you lead with thoughtfulness, your team mirrors that energy. Incorporating thoughtful leadership into your daily actions also strengthens relationships within the team. And when leaders actively listen and show empathy, they foster an environment where their employees feel heard and valued and motivated. So this leads to a cycle of trust where both the leader and the team continually grow stronger together. So imagine the difference when you make the effort to be thoughtful in every decision, in every meeting, in every conversation. It sets a tone that inspires others to step up and collaborate more freely and believe in the mission. Simon Sinek's approach to leadership emphasizes that leading with empathy and care is not just a moral choice, but a strategic one. He argues that leadership is about ensuring your team feels safe, understood, and empowered to take risks without the fear of failure. Thoughtful leadership in this context becomes a powerful tool for fostering innovation and maintaining a motivated workforce. Leadership coach Brené Brown also highlights the importance of vulnerability in leadership. She suggests that leaders who are thoughtful enough to embrace vulnerability build a stronger, more resilient team. And so vulnerability isn't about weakness, it's about creating an environment where open communication thrives. And leaders who can admit when they're wrong or ask for help create space for their team to do the same thing, which deepens trust and respect. And Daniel Goleman, the expert on emotional intelligence, emphasizes that high EQ is critical for thoughtful leadership. Leaders who are aware of their emotions and the emotions of those around them are more effective at navigating complex situations, resolving conflicts, and inspiring their teams. This type of thoughtfulness enables leaders to connect on a deeper level, driving both personal and team success. Satya Nadella's leadership at Microsoft is a prime example of how thoughtful leadership can transform an organization. And when he took over as CEO, Microsoft was seen as a stagnant tech company. Through his focus on empathy and collaboration, Nadella fostered a culture of innovation and inclusivity. One of his key strategies was to really listen to his employees. And so by encouraging dialogue and feedback, he created an atmosphere where everyone felt empowered to contribute. Similarly, Howard Schultz of Starbucks has long been known for leading with thoughtfulness. His approach just wasn't about making Starbucks profitable, but about creating a company that cared about its employees and communities in the world. So Schultz led initiatives such as providing healthcare benefits for employees long before it was common, and making sustainability a core focus of the brand. A lesser known but equally powerful example is Whitney Wolfe Herd, the founder of Bumble. She built a culture of positivity and trust by leading with empathy, particularly in how her company approaches inclusivity and gender equality. She's been able to scale Bumble in one of the most successful tech startups by ensuring that her team feels supported and empowered to innovate in a positive work environment. In one well-documented case, a healthcare company struggling with low employee engagement saw a massive turnaround after the leadership team began practicing thoughtful leadership. Instead of focusing solely on metrics, they made an intentional effort to connect with their employees, understand their needs, and recognize their contributions. And within a year, employee satisfaction scores jumped by 45% at the company, and they reported a 20% increase in productivity. Another case involves a financial services firm where leaders implemented thoughtful one-on-one meetings, and they were designed to foster trust and transparency. Leaders not only addressed work-related issues, but they also took the time to actually understand the employees' personal challenges. And this led to a noticeable decrease in turnover and an increase in employee retention. Thoughtfulness and leadership created a culture where employees felt safe to express concerns and bring forth new ideas. And then a global tech company also provides an excellent example of how thoughtful leadership can drive success. When their leadership began focusing on empathy and fostering emotional connections with their teams, the company experienced a 30% increase in innovation and project delivery times. The employees felt valued, they felt trusted, and more willing to collaborate across departments, ultimately driving the company's success. Creating a culture rooted in thoughtful leadership requires consistency and dedication. And so start by modeling active listening in every meeting. When your team sees that you value their input, they will be more likely to engage and share their ideas. So make it a habit to ask open-ended questions that allow your team to provide insight and feel like they're a part of the decision-making process. Celebrate small wins regularly. Recognition doesn't need to be a grand gesture. A simple acknowledgement of effort can make a big difference. And when people feel appreciated, they're more likely to stay engaged and motivated. Cultivating this positivity is an essential aspect of thoughtful leadership. Another practical step is to implement feedback loops. Regularly ask for feedback not only from your direct reports, but also from your peers and your superiors. This ensures that you're continually improving as a leader and that your team feels heard. Open communication fosters trust, and trust is the bedrock of high-performing teams. So don't forget to align your actions with your words, because thoughtful leadership requires integrity and follow-through. And when you make promises or set expectations, ensure you're committed to delivering. This consistency builds trust over time, and it reinforces the positive culture that you're cultivating. Now, to truly excel in thoughtful leadership, develop strong emotional intelligence. EQ, you've probably heard. High EQ helps leaders recognize their own emotions and the emotions of their team, allowing for better communication, conflict resolution, and overall team dynamics. It also enables leaders to remain calm under pressure, which is critical for maintaining a positive and a productive environment. Another essential skill is strategic delegation. Thoughtful leaders know when to step back and let their team members shine. And so empowering your team through thoughtful delegation not only increases productivity, but also fosters personal growth and confidence among team members. And conflict resolution is another complementary skill. Thoughtful leaders can navigate conflicts with grace and empathy, finding solutions that benefit both the individual and the team. And so this fosters a harmonious work environment where everyone feels supported and valued. Now, for those looking to take thoughtful leadership to the next level, consider implementing advanced strategies such as mindful leadership. Mindfulness involves being fully present in the moment, which can drastically improve decision-making skills and communication and team dynamics. And when leaders practice mindfulness, they're better equipped to respond to challenges thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. Another advanced strategy is creating a mentorship culture within your organization. Encourage experienced team members to mentor newer ones and fostering a culture of growth and collaboration. Thoughtful leadership thrives when everyone is invested in the success of the whole team. And finally, engage in regular self-reflection. Thought leadership requires constant improvement, and one of the best ways to ensure that this is done is through self-assessment. So set aside time each week to reflect on your actions and your decisions and your leadership approach. Ask yourself, how can I show up even more thoughtfully for my team? So are you ready for some take-home tricks? It's going to start with that daily reflection that we talk about. What specific action can I take today to demonstrate thoughtful leadership in my team? And then seek feedback. Ask 2 different team members for feedback on how your leadership presence impacts them. And then, of course, embrace the challenge. Take on the challenge of leading one meeting this week where your primary focus is on listening rather than directing. Share your experience with #SuccessMindsetChallenge. So thoughtful leadership has the power to transform not just your team, but your entire organization. And as you apply the principles of trust and empathy and positivity, you're going to see a noticeable shift in your team's performance and their morale and their engagement. So this week, take the time to reflect on how you can show up more intentionally and lead with thoughtfulness. Thanks for joining me in today's deep dive into thoughtful leadership. And don't miss next week's episode where we're going to explore the gratitude mindset in leadership. It's going to be a game changer. Remember, leadership is an ongoing journey, and when you lead with thoughtfulness, you're not just managing a team, you're actually inspiring others to rise to their full potential. Keep showing up with purpose, keep leading with heart, and watch the ripple effect of your presence grow stronger each day. Thank you for joining us on another enlightening episode of the Success Mindset Podcast. Remember, you have the power to shape your destiny and create the life that you desire. If you're ready to take action, subscribe to the podcast and never miss an episode. Share it with your friends and your family and help us build a community of like-minded individuals striving for success. Until next time, stay motivated, keep learning, and let's continue to achieve greatness together.